Hi, I'm Little Art Demon and welcome to my channel. And today we are going to be taking a look at all of my hair phases that I've had through my life, until now at least. And let's just get started with it. So I think the first hairstyle that I had, besides just being a baby with baby hair, was one that lasted through all my childhood basically. And it was shorter, not shorter than it is right now, but it was still short, around like chin length, and it would grow until my shoulders and never further than that. I didn't like having long hair when I was a kid, and one of the main reasons why is that because I have really curly hair, and I'm pretty much the only person on my family, at least from my mother's side, that has curly hair, and they didn't really know how to take care of it, so they would just brush it every day. And it was a little bit painful because my hair just tangled a bit and all the curls would just make it hard to brush, and so I didn't really like to have longer hair because it meant that it would just hurt more when it was brushed. So that's why I always wanted it short, because it was more practical, it was less work, I guess. And when I look back, I really like my hair. I think it was really cute. I really like looking at pictures of when I was younger. We have some photo albums and just photos, physical photos, not just like digital ones. And I really like going through them, but it's not a video about those. So as you can see, I'm just wearing a headband in this drawing, but it was the thing that I would wear most days, but sometimes my mom would make some hairstyles like some braids and stuff, and I really didn't like it that much because again it would be a little bit painful. It looks good, but I don't know if it was worth it to go through all that just to look cute. But when I was that age, I didn't really like my hair. Now I do like my hair, I think it's really good. I love my curls, I think they are really beautiful, but when I was really young, I didn't like it. I thought it was really ugly because it was just so much hair and so much curls and really puffy hair, and I really wanted to have just long and straight hair, because I thought it was so beautiful, and I still think it's beautiful, but I didn't like my hair and I wanted that. It didn't happen. There was one time where I straightened my hair on the hair salon and it just looked like a mop. It looked like I was wearing a helmet. I don't know how to describe it, but I just got home and I washed it and it was all curly again, and I was really happy, even though I didn't really like my curly hair. When it was straight, it's just really, really bad. I really didn't like how it turned out, so I was really thankful that it just came back to normal when I washed it. Then as I grew and I was around maybe 11 or 12, I decided that it was time to let my hair grow, because I was starting to get a little bit more independent with my hair at least, and I was the one that would take care of it, so I was the one to brush it and to wash it and just to take care of everything. So I just stopped brushing it every day. I would just brush it around 2 times a week. It was when I would wash my hair, so I just brushed it in the shower with some hair products that would help untangle, that it wouldn't be painful. So around that time I decided that I want to grow my hair because, I started to grow a little bit and compare myself with the other girls. And I wasn't like other girls, like them meme. But I realized that all the guys, this was the time where I thought I was straight, but I realized that all the guys liked the girls with long hair, and most of my classmates had really long hair, and it was either straight or just wavy, and I just had curly short hair, so I want to at least make it long, so I just let it grow. And it looks good, but it didn't really feel like me. But for the time that it lasted, I really liked it. I could make some really different hairstyles. I could tie my hair in a ponytail, which never happened before. I could put maybe a bun. I could make pigtails. I could make two buns. I could make everything. I could braid my hair in a ponytail. I had so many options to do with my hair because it was really long, but it also was a lot of work to brush it in the shower. I would spend sometimes maybe half an hour in the shower just to brush my hair and get it all untangled, but it looked nice at least. And it was a phase that lasted for some years. And I think a lot of people didn't really know how long it was, because when I washed my hair, it would be longer because it would straighten with the water, and when it was dry, it would just curl up and look shorter than it was. But even then, it looked long, and when I would wash my hair, it would go to like the middle of my back when it was completely straight. So yeah, it was really long. It took some years to grow, but it was a fun experience. I don't think I can go back to just grow all of my hair like that, but I'll talk a little bit more about that in the end of the video. But yeah, it was a fun experience. I looked just like a regular girl, I guess. It was a different era. It was during puberty. I had my hair like this until I was 14, around that time. And then things just started to change, as you'll be able to see on the next drawing. But it was really fun to have longer hair for a chance, just to have that experience. I don't regret cutting it, ever. I really like having really short hair. It makes me feel more confident about myself, but it was fun to have long hair, and sometimes I'll just show pictures of myself with this hair to people, and they'll be like, oh my god, it looks nothing like you, especially because I was still in puberty, so my face was a little bit different. But it was an interesting experience, but it didn't really look like me. And when I took my driver's license, I had my identification, and the picture that you have there will go in your driver's license, at least most times. And my identification will just expire next year, so it was a picture that was a little bit old, and I had really long hair, and so on my driver's license I have really long hair and it looks nothing like me. So I don't know, the police never stopped my car, but once they do, they will look at me and they will look at the picture, and I hope they don't think that I stole my driver's license. But yeah, it does not look like me at all. My identification right now is a new picture, but on my driver's license it's still the old one, so there's that. And then I turned 14, and on that year I just decided to cut it all out. Not all of it, it was a gradual process until I got to where I am right now, but I cut it a little bit above my shoulders like I had when I was a child, and it was really good. I felt more confident about myself. I felt like I was me and I wasn't just pretending to be another person. And this was when I was a teenager, so I was starting to find myself, and I was in an emo phase, or at least on the start of an emo phase. I don't really want to talk about it. It was really bad, but anyway, I cut it a little bit above my shoulders, as you can see. And the only bad thing about it was that I couldn't put my hair in a ponytail because it wasn't long enough. But for the most part, it was just a great experience. It was great to wash my hair because it was so less work. I didn't need to take so much time to untangle it, and I just didn't use as much hair products on my hair because I didn't really need that much. So yeah, it was a really good experience, and it was the start of my hair journey until it is right now, where I started to just cut it all a little bit more every time I went to the hair salon. So it was the start of this epic journey about my hair. It's not very epic, but it is what it is. It was also when I was starting to go through my emo phase. I don't really want to talk about it. It wasn't a little bad. It was really, really bad. But anyway, as you'll be able to see on the drawing, I started wearing headbands again because I couldn't put my hair in a ponytail, and it was really good. It was really lighter. I didn't have all that weight, and my hair was really fluffy and all curly and really cute. But then I went to the hair salon again some months later, and I got the haircut that you'll be able to see just some minutes of me drawing. And it was honestly one of the haircuts that I didn't really like having. When I got it, I didn't hate it, but I got to the hair salon just some months later to cut it on a different way because it didn't really look that good. And now that I look back, I was like, what was I thinking when I got to the hair salon and asked for that? But as you'll be able to see, I basically cut on one side of my head all the hair and let it really long on the other side, so it was really emo. It would cover half of my face pretty much, and it was really edgy and emo and dark, and that was the phase that I was at, you know. It's a little cringe. There were some things good about that phase, but the hair wasn't one of those. I really didn't like seeing me that way, and it wasn't practical because I couldn't just tie it or wear a headband. It was weird, but it was the start of my short hair phase, and it just gave me a little bit of a feeling of what people would say about me if I had really short hair. And it wasn't always great because there were some people that made comments like girls need to have long hair and boys need to have short hair, and I was a girl, and quotes on that because now it's a little bit different. But I had short hair, and that was infuriating for some people because I can't have short hair because I'm not a boy, so therefore I can't have short hair. And that was a little bit rude in my opinion because, like, of course I can have short hair, but anyway. So I went to the hair salon a couple months later to get it cut really short this time on all of the hair, not just on one side, and it looked really cute. It looks very similar to what my hair looks like right now, and I was really happy with it. It made me feel really good about myself. It made me feel more confident than I was before, and I just really liked having short hair, and I never let it grow again, at least not to the length that it was before. I've had some longer phases of my hair, as you'll be able to see, just in a little bit, but yeah, it was shorter on the sides and longer on the top, just so that I could keep my curls, and it was really fun to just start having really short hair and no one could say anything about it because it was done, and therefore it can't grow back instantaneously. So if I want to grow back, I will just have to wait, and people have to deal with that because it's my hair. I can do whatever I want with it. And that's when I realized that I really enjoyed my hair if it was this short than when it was longer. I liked it when I had longer hair, but I really felt better with myself with shorter hair. I just felt more confident. I love touching my hair when it's just freshly cut on the back of my head. It's just so soft. I'm doing that right now because I went to cut my hair last week. So yeah, there's that. And then some years later, after keeping the same haircut for that long, I decided to let it grow on top and to basically cut it really short on the sides. And it wasn't like a gradient of hair. It was just like really short on the sides, and on top it was long. There wasn't like gradient. And it was really fun because my hair was long enough on the top so that I could tie it, so I could make like a man bun, all of those things, you know, all those fun stuff. And I could just wear it as it was without any accessories, or I could just do whatever I wanted. I could tie it, I could almost braid it, but then I decided to cut it again. And now I'm trying to let my hair grow again so that I can make that. And actually I went to cut my hair this week, and I didn't draw that hairstyle on here because I recorded it before going to cut my hair, and I didn't really know for sure what I was going to get. So there is that drawing. If I make a quick sketch, I'll just edit in the end as a picture or as a bonus. But yeah, I had the hair really short on the sides and really long on top, and I really like it because it is still very short and I do still feel very confident about it, but it gives me more options, I guess, to wear. I can just make some fun hairstyles with it without needing to cut it. To make a different hairstyle, I could just maybe tie it in a ponytail or maybe into buns. As you can see right there, the drawings didn't turn out really good, those small ones, because they were just really quick sketches to show some of the hairstyles that I would wear. And when I had that haircut, it wasn't my favorite, but now that I look back, it is one of my favorites. That's why I'm trying to go back to that. And then I went to the hairstyle and I was like, I want it really short and cut it all off. So she did, and it was the shorter that I've had my hair so far. It didn't even have enough hair to curl, so it was still shorter on the sides and longer on the top, but it wasn't really long on top, so it wouldn't even curl. It was just like spike up a little bit and until it grew back again as it should. So it didn't really curl, it was just very spiky, and that's how I drew it. It doesn't look really good on the drawing because I didn't know how to add details on the hair and it looks a little bit crooked. but it was really cool. I really like changing my hairstyle. I think it's good to go just get a new haircut, and I really like because on the back it's always really short, so I just like to touch it with my hands and just relax, because it's a really fun texture. And then I finally did something that I've been wanting to do for years, and that was, as you'll be able to see, shave my head. Not completely shave, but just cut it all really short with the hair cutting machine. And I was planning on doing it a long time ago, like some good years ago, but I wasn't allowed. And then I want to do it when I start college, because my plan was I'll shave my head and just let it grow until I finish college, and it will just be a fun little experience, just have my hair grow as my knowledge does, So, and I couldn't do that, but when my second year of college started, I shaved it all off on the end of the summer vacations on my last week, and it was really cool. I really, really, really loved having my shaved head. It was a really fun experience. I shaved it at home myself. I was home alone, and I recorded everything. It's still a really fun video. I needed to go get some scissors to cut the bigger chunks, and then the machine wouldn't cut my hair because there was just a lot. But it was really fun, and I really liked having really short hair, and it was a really good experience. I felt really good about myself, and I thought I looked really, really good. I think it looked really nice. So then my hair just started growing again, and it got very similar to where I started when I had short hair. Shorter on the sides and longer on the top. So it was a journey, and now this week I went to cut it, and as you can see right now, I just pretty much shaved it on the sides like I had, and one time that it was really, really short on the sides and really long on top, but it isn't still long enough for me to tie it anyway. But it's fun, I'm getting there, and so there's that. I hope you liked the video, and if you liked, don't forget to like. If you want, you can leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!